The start of the investors in Albahan is looking very, very promising. But I had to do a couple of things before, starting today's episode, as I normally do, which is to get a whole bunch of resources over here and sometimes work on little bits and pieces up until the next episode. So this is primarily going to the New World's Customs Union guys. I don't think you're ready for what you're about to witness. This is something fierce. Y'all were over here asking for just a little embassy, just to make sure you have a regional hub, for your enterprise to continue growing. No, I took it probably 50 steps further. You want to see this embassy? Let me show you. We're going to do a little turnaround and... How do you like them apples? I completely, well, not completely, I overhauled it, and it looks awesome. In my humble opinion, that is. But welcome everybody back to another episode of Anno 1800. Hope y'all are doing well today. Just want to mention, if you guys are indeed new here, please feel free to check out the channel right over there. If you even want to subscribe to the channel to continue seeing this epic community's rise, please feel free to do so. Yeah, I'm quite penetrated by your kindness. And I want to mention that at the time of this recording, we are less than 50 Rantians off from reaching 3,000. That is an incredible achievement, and I am so appreciative of every single one of you for giving me this opportunity. And as I did mention, the moment that we do indeed reach 3,000 is the day that I'm going to donate that set amount that I mentioned a couple episodes ago to St. Jude Children's Research Hospital on behalf of the entire growing Rantian community. So I want to talk about the embassy for a second before we continue on. There are a little bit of, I don't want to say like Easter eggs, but I will talk about it because all of this comes into not only our, like the Imperium's lore, but also their own personal. So just to give everyone a little recap on what they are and how they started. They began from the expert campaign, later on, like near the end of the expert campaign, forming a group of islands in the New World into one large trade enterprise that have connections pretty much all over the Anno 1800 world by this point. They are, in fact, very, very strong, very profitable, and I'm very glad to see that not only roleplay aside for a second, that a little group within the community were able to take the lore that was already established and work on it in their own way. Right? That's really important. That's why I started, incorporating the roleplay into the channel. And I hope later on there will be other people who decide, hey, maybe I want to form another trade corporation. Maybe I want to start trading with these guys. Maybe the nation that I'm proposing will be able to trade with these ones and have a little bit of, communication in that way. I think what I would like to do also is allow sections of Discord to be made specifically for this particular, because I do consider it a diplomatic type situation, and it is a mechanic base. So for me, because I'm not the one that's privy to all the conversations that are being had, I'm told about them. So for example, later on, I don't know, I'm just spitballing here, like the Republic of Albion is requesting to have a whole bunch of sewing machines brought in from a specific location, but is provided by the NWCU. So that's something that I would try to fulfill, hopefully, in this particular campaign. At least that is the goal. That is what I've been trying to do to the best of my ability. It is not easy, but I will give it that good old try. But one thing that I wanted to mention is that... Oh, that's the wrong button. One thing that I wanted to mention over here, so really, also, big shout out to the two who are making these banners, and Mr. Major, obviously designing all of them, and then Mr. Robert putting them onto the game so we can build upon this immersion. New World Customs Union is a part of the Imperium, so we have Imperium-based flags and banners. In the middle, we have the Albanese flag that is more Imperium-based, so you can kind of see which direction we're going in. But over in the central courtyard over here, I have all... I'm trying to at least zoom in. I might actually be able to go down to first-person view for this one. But we have the New World's Customs Union banner in the center, and on this side, it's the locations that they're already working with, being their regional hub right here, right? This is their embassy. They have to, flaunt it a little bit. So we have that one for the Duchy of Felmark. We have it for Imperial Albahan that's coming. And then over on this side, I'm going to tactically avoid that quest. We have from Enbeza in that region coming over here. I'm just saving as a placeholder for another nation that is coming, just in case, you know, looks cool. And then we also have the new Albion flag as well here, banner. Why am I constantly saying flag? I don't know what's wrong with me today. But yeah, I just wanted to bring this all together. Want to make sure that if you guys do indeed come up with an idea for this channel and it is being built upon, do note this is something that I want to do for you all. It's really important to me that people's voices are heard. To the best of my ability, I'm going to maintain that for as long as this lifespan of this channel goes. And I know it will be going on for quite some time. I'll do my best, but do know I may not be able to get everybody, but that is just how the nature of the game. The best way to do so is to get in contact with me, talk to me, write comments, you know, share the content, share the channel, build notoriety, all those things. It's really important that we continue to build this incredible community. And I'm very appreciative every single day that I have the opportunity to come here and be like, yeah, I'm growing this thing along with the most epic group of people ever. Guaranteed. You all are OGs. 150%. Now, I made a boo-boo. And now we're going into something different. I made a little bit of a boo-boo in the last episode. I did mention that the members club does not have a another skin, and I am very blind, and Ruben is not, because Ruben mentioned that there indeed is a little change building skin button right over there. You are an absolute genius, sir. I am not. I am the one that's over here cracking wise and pretending how to know what to fight with my hands. So, boom. That is the casino skin. That is pretty sick, not gonna lie. Which one's the interest? I like this one. I like it with the... Oh, it has the Imperium globe statues on it. Oh, that's nice. Okay, we're also gonna probably move this one over in this corner, truth be told, because... You know what? I did not like putting these two so close to one another, so I'm going to go ahead and do that really quick. Where the hell is it? There it is. I'm going to put it right here for now. And get rid of this one. So that'll be fine. We also do and want to honor a request made by Delta saying that New Albion did indeed have a very large marketplace over here on Albahan that was obviously destroyed during the whole conflict. So I'm going to try to do that over in this corner. And then what I'm thinking about is sections also pertaining to this idea. So like maybe on this whole row over here, we have a whole bunch of shops, and this is going to be like one major spot to go for anything that you would really want in Albahan, right? All the good stuff. And I think it really makes sense considering how they are working in tandem with the NWCU. I mean, just to recap, I'm going to head over to New Albion for a second. This whole area is under their purview. So I want to make sure that lore is actually unified together. So let's work on that a little bit in the early stage. I have all the resources I need over here, but I want to work on the building when it's actually midday so we can see what the heck I'm even doing. And as far as the investors are concerned, we have 1.5k so far. It's not a lot, but it's getting there. It's really more so I want to see what else comes from the Old Town 5-pack. Really. And I did see the gymnasium school, which this thing is absolutely enormous. And it, you know, unironically, it would fit here. But I don't have the stuff for it, and I'm not going to build it. So, going into a large marketplace, I want to combine not only street markets, but also, like, the big boys. So, we'll have the marketplace, at least a first one. We can put this guy right over here. And I think just based on where we are, like the investors market is definitely the way to go here. It's probably the most prestigious look out of them all. And alongside the roads, we'll have some stalls naturally. But I think what I would like to do is also make it kind of like, you have to get in here via like a road or something. So maybe me putting this over here is premature. Yeah, hold on. Let me do this. I want to get a fenced area going. Yeah, let's do something like this. We'll open it up at multiple sides. Is this... I think that's even. Yep. And then we'll Close it up there, so we'll have 3 spots that they can come through. More than likely, I'm gonna do this over here. I'll just get, like, rid of 2 pieces and put archways. Can't put roads through there, because remember, all these buildings actually do require us to have roads connected to them. But I'd like to get this one at least built up. Oh, that's even, isn't it? Yeah, I think so. Put that there. And we're going to get a road connected on all 3 sides right over here. And I think what we'll have to do is connect them up like so, because in order to get the central marketplaces built up, we're going to have to kind of tuck them in like so. Let's see if I can do something like that, and then this. Very cool. In the back corner, we can't do anything. It's a little bit unfortunate, but I can just put like some beautification such down. And because this has to pertain to New Albion, actually, you know what? We'll do that. Let's find the banner. This is the civilian banner. We're going to put their banner down right over here. Banner. All right. Where am I? I'm here. Then I guess like the grocer stalls and all of those, we'll keep putting them down. We put too much in the back corner here, which does suck that they do need to have like the road connection to them, but I feel like situations like these can arise, right? So I can potentially put a little strip of the road here, and then this marketplace would still count. And in the corners that we can't put anything down, we can potentially put down like banner, another banner down. I like that idea. Farmer stall. Ooh, that's pretty. Do something like that. Very cool. Big open spot over here. What other ones do we have? We have this grocer stall. That would kind of block it off. Let's put this one here. We can get a road attached like so. Another grocer stall. Face it that direction. It's looking very pretty already. Let me extend the road. We'll bring it all the way down to here. Get this stall going. We'll have, not fishmonger, I'm not kind of keen on that. Well, I guess it makes sense considering how these are coming from New Albion, right? Need to have fishmonger stalls. Get those down over there. And we will have to build a road connection over here so that one can be utilized. Not like we're going to be using any of these, because like these guys don't even require it.
Lacking finesse.
So I think over in this corner, we should have one of Albahan's banners. And we'll put this one right over here. Banner. And I think, I kind of like to default to these grocer banners, banners and farmer stalls and all that good stuff. Maybe a florist one in the corner. So this is going to be the first of many locations that are going to be used in tandem with New Albion. I like that for sure. And it really does bring this whole place in together, doesn't it? Oh, there are ground planes to this? Oh, okay. I just noticed that. Y'all are wondering what that is. It's these... Wait a minute. Did you just connect? You connected, didn't you? Whoa. It did something like this, just to start off, but, I mean, yeah, you know what? That can kind of work. Hold on, this one would be better. Yeah, let me spin those right round. It's, but whatever. Do we want a restroom out here? I feel like we should. Or, you know what will probably be better? A tree. But enclosed greenery. Can you go down? Thank you. Very pretty spot now. I like this a lot. And, you know, I actually like episodes when we're not even building anything and we're just doing beautification work. I think over on this side we can also put down... What else do we have here? What are my basics? Hold on. Oh, you know what? We also need to put down some billboards. The passage billboard... I've never... been a fan of that one. Sunken treasures. See, like, this is pretty cool. Put sunken treasures one down. And I guess I've never used that, so we can just put those together. Yeah, that works. Really pretty. Now, I'd like to get this side done as well, seeing as how we're kind of just working on some beautification type stuff today. Let's get that put there. This one won't fit there, but this one might? No. You probably will over here, though. Yeah, that could work. I guess I don't have anything that would potentially be able to fit over in this corner, you know what I mean? Oh, wait, no, this worked. That worked right there. I feel like if I can do it like a puzzle piece, it might actually work out. Yeah, there we go. That's a nice one. Just so we have all these spots kind of, you know, utilized, right? Okay. And then I think on this stretch, I also want to put down Albahan's Imperium style banner. Banner. Over here, I kind of have missed opportunity, but I will put one down anyway. Banner. Okay. I should put down 2 of these marketplaces. I really like how people are going through it as well. It's very nice. Yeah, grocer stalls. Let's put 2 of these guys right next to each other. And then these farmer stalls, I like them, but I prefer these ones. Let me swap this out, please. Thank you. Put that there. 2 of those. That works quite well. Put that there. I don't want to just spam the same thing over and over. I'm trying to be, like, as unique as possible whilst trying to make it look authentic, you know? Like, make this a whole awesome stretch of shops. That's going to be awesome. Market part right over here, and we'll put another one right there. Seeing as how we have some silks over here, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to... Banner. That's pretty cool. Good spot for them. Okay, now as far as other beautifications such are concerned, I'd like to put down some trees and whatnot. I'm trying to find... Aha. This is the spot where I can put, like, some food-related items as well. I think, like, fish sandwiches... that's questionable. Oh, here, hold on. Let's bend the road a little bit. Let's put it to there. Hold on. Get rid of this little section in the middle. Where was I again? I think it was here. Yeah. Morning bread. Beautiful. We need some seating arrangements. Family table. Maybe have, like, some lampposts or such around here. Actually, you know what? Get this one, like, right here. Yeah. That's pretty cool. Because in the open spots, I don't want to just spam a whole bunch of shops, right? I want to try to put down some of the cool trees as well. Put that shop there, and then this stall right over here. Okay. Now, this spot, you know what? Put that down. Because I really need to fill out these particular areas. I can't put 2 trees next to each other. At least I don't personally like that. If you like it, then by all means. Like, if this is giving you inspiration, go right ahead, my friend. Okay, red tree. And then, yeah, I still like purple. Purple tree. Nice. That's a really nice stretch right there. Very pretty. I like it. We have to definitely do a little walkthrough at the end of the episode today, for sure. Of this location and over here. So we have room in between these homes, which I would definitely like to work on, as usual. What are these ones? I never remember. Is that even worth it? Yeah, it kind of works with their own ground planes. Yeah, so put that there. We'll have a kiosk right over here. And there is a fountain. We can put the fountain further in the middle. And then another statue right here on the side. The mad statue, it's not really working for me. Morse column, we can put that right there. And fill this out. Have like different little spots. Because the ground planes for these homes, it kind of works with this level of this tile. So I'm going to stick with it to the best of my ability right there. This doesn't have a skin to it, does it? I don't think it does. No, I'm even doing the little trick, but it's not doing anything. No big deal. So this side is interesting to me. I've been looking at it even when I was waiting for all the resources to come in, and I was just like, I don't really have a great idea for it. Like, honestly, I don't. I feel like I can make this like another grand hall of some sort, or just make gardens similar to what I did over here. Let me try that. I'm gonna get some of this and extend it on both sides, starting from here, right? Can take it like that. Interesting idea. Hold on. Let me get rid of that tile and that tile. That could have gone wrong so fast. Okay, let's bend it so it goes into the building, maybe? Not actually into the building, you know what I mean? I'm trying to just clip it. Make it look organic. Can we go the right direction, please? Thank you. Now, I can't put the archway through it, but I think I can make some really nice garden patches. You know what I mean? I feel like I can make a nice one. Y'all know me and gazebos. I love gazebos. Let's put one over there. We'll put a fountain right over there. And probably another gazebo over on this side. That will kind of be nice. A couple of seating arrangements, and then obviously a banner. I don't feel like I need to go all out with it, but I feel like I do need to make it look nice-ish. It's like, that might be a little bit too much when it comes to the trees. I'll probably get rid of some of them. If I go down to number 1. That way we can actually see some people, like, walking towards these seating areas, right? See, that's better. You can get rid of 2 trees, just made a whole world of difference in these ones. Okay, in this side, maybe I put down 2 of these, because I just love them so much. What about these ones? These are large trees with the ground paving? Interesting. Okay. These are also city trees. Medium trees. Oh, I kind of like those a little bit more. Huh. Small tree. No, I don't feel like I want those, but I can do something like this. Have like a hedge along the side so they can just come and sit down. And then in the back here, we could probably just put Temperate Grove and call it a day. Again, not me being lazy. I just feel like that kind of works. It's very tranquil, actually. I like that. Can we spin you around so your benches are proper? Hold on, I'm gonna see if I can get it to work with me. Okay, there we go. I got 1 bench over on that side. I have 1 bench over on this side. That works for me. I think that's a nice distribution. All in all, this side of Albahan's looking very, very pretty. And I will try to utilize these buildings a little bit better going forward, just so we can see how nice they will be with like some fenced areas and all that stuff. See, this is why I highly recommend that you guys always post comments so I can get to know you all and your building styles, because it's really important to me. I have said it multiple times. I will continue to say it until you all are just like, oh my god, he's repeating himself again. Yeah, well, you know, consistency is key. Making sure, because every single episode, every single bit of content that comes out on this channel, there's always going to be someone new, right? And that new person does not know how we do things around here. So when I say that, you know, like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell button, sharing with your friends, you guys have heard it like a million times already by now. Not really, but, you know, a lot of times. But many people haven't, and that's what's important. Even if you're trying to get into content creation, here's the best piece of advice I can give you. Be yourself and be consistent. Don't change. Don't do anything out of the ordinary. Don't completely change yourself because of, I don't know, one thing that works because you don't know how long it'll work for. Be yourself at the end of the day, and you will 100% be able to make it work. Guaranteed. That's what I did. I'm just myself all the damn time. Whenever I get on here and I start, you know, recording videos for you guys, I'm just being my normal, weird, quirky self, which I personally hated for a long time. Don't be like me. Love yourself. It's really important. So this skin is really cool. I'm not sure whether I want to continue with building a whole bunch of homes. How far does this go again? I mean, it is pretty substantial. I do need to build all the way up to here so we can get these mineral deposits actually worked on. And I am bringing in resources. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to start getting some, like, workers and whatnot put down here. I think I'll go ahead and start with that right now, too. So we'll have to have an Old Town Market over here. I think I'm just going to start this really quick. Oh, you know what I could do? Yeah, you know, I'm feeling like making little garden patches for every single one of these old town residences. I feel like it will be a lot of wasted potential if I don't, but I'm gonna start off with at least 2 blocks like this to start off. Hopefully I can get back here.
At least fresh air living here.
Yeah, so the thing is, right, I do have some horses coming in, I think. If not, then I'll have to bring some. But the rest of the stuff can be indeed imported. I know the fish already are. How many horses do we have here? We have 71. Okay, do I have any free ships? I don't think I do. I might. I mean, I do have the one for... I do have this one. Yeah, I probably have to get another ship produced. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. Head over here. I'm going to get another old trade ship built up. That way we can start bringing in some horses for these guys, because I really don't want to have some stables over here. We need to have a water pump. And I believe the clean water pump can just be right over here, and that'll be sufficient for these guys. Naturally, farmer's school has to be built up as well. Please load in. I always get nervous when it's always that slow. I'll put the farmer school right here. So when that unlock condition happens. How much are they at right now? They're only at 3. Okay, we'll have to give them a chapel. You know what? I'm kind of digging this one. It's gonna work, right? I hope it does. It'll take some time for them to actually get anywhere. I mean, once they get up to 50, then there is indeed enough fish in here, and we are bringing it, and I've stopped providing it to our artisans, so these guys will be able to take advantage of it. And then later on, when we upgrade them to workers, then we will be able to get our refineries back up and running, because if I were to turn that thing on, it's going to be like workforce shortage, workforce shortage, workforce shortage. And I don't even really want to listen to that guy. Truthfully, I do not. So we'll let those just work for a little bit. And I guess what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get back to not this one. I need to get into this one because this is what I was using, right? Right. I'm not sure if I want to put them that close to the building, so I'll give it a little bit of room. I'm trying to come up with better designs for this. Like, I can even do a little box. Like so. Do this, and do this. A nice little box right here. That can work. And then right in the middle, we can go ahead and put down, like, a cool fountain, but I think I want this one, because it looks better. Nice. Have something like that going. It doesn't have to be too substantial, but it will be nice, I think, at the end of the day. I could have built these on the water as well, but I didn't feel... I really like the Venetian vibe of these particular homes as opposed to what I was really doing with these. So what other designs do we have? We just have these two? Okay. That was just natural. It did that by itself. You know what? Put this one over... I don't know if I want to, like, put them right up against one another. I just don't like that idea. That's a good spot. Get that there. This one's an end piece, so I put that here. We'll have to put this one right here, and that's another end piece. That's an end piece. There we go. Actually, that worked. I didn't have to change anything at all. It did it naturally. I am so surprised. Normally, my ideas are not that easy. Okay, how are we doing with the electricity? You able to get all the way over here? Ah, we are right on the edge. Right on the edge. This guy is going to get the electricity, and I think he'll be good enough. We do need to put another bank branch over here, so... Do I want a bank branch or I want a big guy? I kind of want to put the big guy down. Yeah, I kind of want to put this monstrosity down over here. So let's get this bank positioned right over here.
But thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. No big deal. I'm just here restoring your island because you guys didn't have a freaking navy.
New milestone.
This place is not a damn village. This place is a lot larger than a village game. Oh my god. Playing with mods, ladies and gentlemen. Awesome. That is going to be utilized right the hell now. Okay, from Zandros, I need to bring in some horses, please. Over down to here. Thank you. And move that to the Serene Republic of Albahan. Nice. So we'll be getting in that route relatively soon. And now, seeing as how we're going to be going into midday, we'll be able to really start building. I really like these day-night cycles. They're very fun.
We make the best of what we have.
Okay, well... Please do better, farmer. I really appreciate it if you do. We have plenty of work clothes in here as well. Oh, they are going to need a pup, otherwise they're going to kill me. Pup. Yeah, a pup skin kind of works. Even though I am a bigger fan of this one. Yeah, I think I'm just going to put this one down. And I'm going to get the road all the way over to here. So we're going to link that all up. A fire station over here is probably going to be very, very important. Thank you. And then what are we waiting on? So they need to have 200 in order to get that. But they're still rising, so I don't really want to focus on them too much. I want to work on getting some more investor homes and whatnot. So I have to see how far the radius of this is going to go, because I'm going to have to stop building within this parameter at some point and get another one going. So I'm going to connect up the road right about here. And I still believe we're good because it'll go all the way up this road over to there. So we can still confidently build more of these homes alongside the road here. And I think I'll do something like this. I'll leave an opening in the middle. It does kind of screw with this side, doesn't it? Well, hold on. I think I can make this work. I do believe I can make this work. Maybe. I'll link up there. You know what? I'll just do the same. For some reason, I just have the overwhelming urge to build them like this. Because they're not really modular. They're just working together, I guess, is probably the best way of putting it. Okay. Let's go with Albahan's banner right over here. Banner.
Reached a new milestone.
Okay, now we're at Metropolis. What do we get? Anything different? Not yet. Oh, they still are not close enough for the Old Town need, right? No, we're a little over halfway for it, though. We're getting there. We're getting there for sure. Okay, I want to really utilize these city trees somewhere. But I just cannot for the life of me figure a good spot for them. These are rectangular flower beds. Let's put the round ones down. And then just some regular paving right over here will do us a lot of good. Not those ones. I think a newspaper stand right in here. And then the cool trees. I'll utilize different trees now. Use the street pears. That's a good one. All aspen is not bad. I do like these two. So we'll put those down. We're going to put the Imperium's banner down here. Banner. And this one down over here. Banner. And now I have to just keep checking. So that's still fine. We're still going to be good. Let me see if I can make blocks. If I can put a block up here and then double check it to make sure it works. Okay, so we can confidently build in there too. Because at this point, what I'm going to really do is, just for total clarity, grab this, yoink, put that there, put that there, put that there, put this here, there. I know I do have room to build over on this side, but I don't feel like it. That over to here, that over to here. Okay, great. And then we're going to take this chunk and we're going to start working on tucking it in amongst canals. Yeah, awesome. That's just going to be a walkway. We're not going to have a road here. I have to make this a little bit smaller. Over to there. Okay, great. And I think up until this point, it should be a good spot. So we can even make another, like, full block of homes going up in this direction. I'm hoping that my timber routes are coming in. Otherwise, I'll probably rage. Get that here, get that here, that there. You're good there. You're good here. You need a swap. Put that there. Can even just have like one row of this. They look very nice going up against one another, truthfully. Actually, you know what? I'm going to keep one. I'm just going to keep one. But what we'll do is in the back, we're going to beautify the hell out of it. Bring it to here. Bring it all the way to here. And then all the way to here, right? Because the road is going to go from this side down all the way to here. Okay. So that's going to work. Unless we just want to have a normal walkway, which is totally fine. How many was that in? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. And I feel like... Is that in the middle? I'm not going to bother with that one. Entry, entry... No. What was the statue on grass? Yeah, I like this one. The statue on grass right in the middle. And then we'll work around it. Let's change that to the darker shade. Get these cypress trees over here. So I guess we're just primarily focusing on beautification today. Hope you all don't mind. It's a little bit of everything. It's a little bit of everything. When there's more resources in here, I'll build up this side, 100%. Or we can make a nice little compound out of it, which I do like that idea quite a bit as well. Right. I want to utilize... That tree is too large, isn't it? That's just not going to work. We can have some billboards over here as well. Halloween... The problem is I don't typically put down a lot of billboards. That's my problem. Make that the darker shade. Yeah, I do kind of like that. I do also have this fountain square, which I think I want to put down right over here. And change it up a bit. Yeah, you know what? Put that down. Put it down right over there. I'll put another one over here on this side. I will change it up, though, so it's the grass. And then change the shade so it's darker on both sides. Okay. And we'll have to put down... Hold on. Where am I going? Where am I at? I don't even know. Get that darker shade of grass right over there. And then this one over here. And then Temperate Grove... No. Wait. Change that darker shade and then drag. Cool. Nice little spot in the back. I kind of like this. And I think that's the same shade, if I'm not mistaken. But I have no idea. Okay, let me get that there, that there, that there, that there, that there. Boom, boom, boom. All the way around. So at least getting this side done will be pretty important for me. That's pretty good. Just gonna keep going up. I'm doing this one first so I don't have to put a whole bunch of paving down and then delete it so we have to hear that horrid sound. It's a fun fact, I'm not actually a big fan of some of the sounds in this game, and that is one of them. Okay, that there. That all the way to here.
It's grown more beautiful.
You're damn right it has. The announcer can actually be half decent of a guy. He just... either he doesn't tell me what the hell is going on, or he just wants to piss me off. One of the two. Never a happy medium with him. This guy over to here, this one here, this one here. Okay, very nice. So that is technically still all on the water, right? Yeah, it is. Pretty nice. Hell, I could even make this a whole, you know, amusement park of some sort. Where is my timber? God damn it. Is it you?
Ready for a challenge?
No, it's not you. Is it you? No, where the hell? It's definitely not you. How is it that I have this many issues with timber
Just
routes?
say the word.
Yeah, there's one. They're holding hands. They're both coming through the water, holding hands, having a jolly old time when I need all the timber I can get. Please, both of you.
Awaiting new horizons.
Pharaoh and Jerboa, please hurry it up. Let's go. Let's go. Slow and stupid day was yesterday. Right now, it's really important that you get that timber over to Albahan. Very, very important. Oh, you know what I forgot to totally build over here? Maybe a sanatorium would probably be in the works here, right? Right, yeah, absolutely. Where the hell is it? It's over here. Okay, this is a very, very big building. But I totally forgot to put it down, and it'll connect all this area? Yeah, so maybe I can fix up this section or put it over on this side. Yeah, I think I'll have to put it over on this side. Will it work everywhere? Hold on, let's see. Yeah, it'll go all the way. It'll connect it all up. Okay, cool. So I'm going to put this thing right over... Wait, hold on. No, now I'm being indecisive. I'm just going to put it over here. Screw it. What'll be the entrance to this thing? It's probably over here. So we'll have it be its own little island. Yeah, that's fine. I do like that you can put roads all the way through it, too. It's really pretty. And then surround it with roads all together. And then this side, we're going to get rid of this. See how much of this I can expand upon. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I think what I'll do is I'll put like some amusement park type stuff down over here. Did I want 3? No, I don't think I needed 3. Yeah, just stick to 2. I'm not sure where I'm going to be going with regards to the canals here, but I at least want it connected up. Like this. So it's on its own little thing. And in order to make this thing totally work, again, JD coming in clutch with the idea. Boom. Awesome. Very, very cool. I guess I can do it over here too, but do I care that much? Not really, because I mean, even... Oh, over into here, that might pose a problem. Yeah. Okay, so I probably should care. Just a little bit, not a lot. Okay, I am going to get rid of this little section. That boat's going to go away. Fix that up. Pave street. Nope. Pave street. Okay. There we go. Now it'll be better. Okay, this whole area is now covered. Even when it's dark blue and even going into the red. Like, these ones over here, if they get sick, that's a problem. But the rest of them, they should be totally fine with the sanatorium. Which is a really powerful freaking building. I love this thing so much. And you know what? It is brought to this incredible island by the incredible scholars who graduated from UNRM. For those of you who do not know, that is the University of Rantian Magna, which is part of the expert campaign. It is the most prestigious university in the entire Imperium, and is overseen by Headmistress Alicia, of whom is also another channel subscriber. This here, that there. Being able to involve people, I truly believe, has been the reason why this channel has grown in the way that it has. I mean, how many times have you guys seen somebody put down a whole array of trees like this before? I'll tell you how many. Millions of times. It's nothing new. But you know what is new? Taking ideas from your community and working on them. And involving as many people as you possibly can. That is what is really crucial. Okay, so we have the sanatorium built up as well. We did expand over into this side. Not too much done today. A lot of it has been beautification. So I want to try and get a couple more of these homes pre-positioned. Do I want these ones? No, actually, I'm going to go over to the investors themselves. And I'm going to put down an Old Town mansion. Let me cycle through the skins. Okay, so this is a very, very pretty one. I love how it has a fountain on the side. Wow, okay. Can I use the right keybind? That's pretty cool. That we've seen. This one's also quite pretty. You know what? We'll do something like this. We will bring it a little bit further inward, like so. And then this is the other style. I kind of want the blue one. Yeah, I want this one. And we'll put this one a little bit further forward. Okay. There's a method to the madness here. Give me a second. I'll show you. And then we're going to make really nice looking locations for them. I guess today the fencing has been my best friend. And then we'll split it down the middle. Like so. These two are going to have their own little spots. And we can have these be for dignitaries and such. So, well, New Albion does indeed have a stake in here. So, New Albion banner. And we'll have their military banner right over here. Banner. And then we'll also do the same for Felmark. The only thing is, I'm not showing the Kingdom of Sapin banners because this build is coming. So, Mr. Major, if you want me to start putting them down here, and if you already do have an agreement with Albahan, you have to let me know. And because they're so cool. They're such cool banners. I don't want to spoil it. That's just me. That's just me being me. Banner. Banner. Awesome. Okay. So, the gazebo is not going to fit in there, nor is it going to fit in there. Heard. This one will fit here. I do like these gardens, and I don't really put them down that often. I'm going to put one down over there, one down over here. And then I will put down a fountain over on this side. Banner. Oh, that's not a banner. That's a statue. I don't know what's going on with me today. And then, where am I going? I'm lost. I'm so lost today. I don't even know what's happening. Have this tree over here and that tree. Over on this side, I kind of want to stick with the purple trees. Purple tree, purple tree, purple tree. And that's too large. I can't really justify those. That's not going to work. Where's that fountain again? I could put that fountain right over here, and then I could put the gazebo right here in the front. Yeah. Okay. And we just need to fill them both out. Paving. Nice. 2 little villas for the dignitaries from the region. That's really cool. Is that the right way for this home? I can't tell. I think
a little bit dated.
I think that's the right way of looking at it. That's better. What about this one? That one's pretty good too. Okay, that's pretty cool. I'm gonna head back over here because I do need to get these guys upgraded to workers.
We're in a good spot.
Oh, great. Love to see it. Okay. That's good, and that's good. Because I don't feel like I'm gonna need any more workers than what I have for these guys.
A new milestone.
At least for now. Later on, that'll probably change. But get this thing working and get this thing working. So now the attractiveness of the island did go down because we have 2 refineries that are indeed working in Castrum Albahan. But it is what it is, okay? I need to at least get the oil out of here. There's freaking 9 oil springs. I would be an idiot if I don't extract from here. Absolute moronic idea for to just sit here and do nothing. And it's mega fast. That's 3 seconds right over there for some oil. And this one's at 3 seconds too. In the export campaign, one of the best islands for producing oil was the island of Raxus. That place was churning out over 200 oil per minute. Insane. Absolutely insane. Was it per minute? Yeah, I think it was per minute. It was ridiculously fast. There were some locations, and it did have a similar build to what I did with the Castrum over here, but over there, it was in New World, and I didn't have all these mods active, so that definitely was a little bit of a difference maker with regards to that particular build. And I want to tell you what we're going to be building up here. That's why I didn't want to put the sanatorium over here. We are indeed going to be using the ornamental palace, which is hacienda base, I guess. Is that what it's telling us? Ornaments with hacienda paving. I mean, we have to put it down and see what it... And I guess the reason why I want to put it over here is because it just looks pretty. I don't know. It has a really nice look to it. All right, let me figure this out. We may not even need to have this road go all the way here. What we can do is we can actually bend the road and take it further down to like maybe here, right? And then from here we can slick it up that way. Yeah. That's probably a good idea, because I do want to... This is part of the Rantian influence, right, that we have in the region. Let me see if I can position this thing properly, because the moment I put it down, I really, really, really do not want to delete it. I think this is a good spot. Let's plop it down. Palace administration. Okay. We'll have that connected up like so. All right, and we do also have the palace wings, which is exactly the same as if you were to build like the actual palace down. But the difference between these two is that if I were to put this thing down, then this will be the only island that I can ever utilize an actual palace from the DLC. This one, on the other hand, is completely ornamental, and I don't have to really worry about it too much. So that means I can probably even put this all in blueprint mode, like what I couldn't do in the normal campaign. This is so good. Okay. Perfect. So we're starting off like this. I'm going to actually give it a opening there, opening there. Bring that to there. You know what? Hold up. I'm gonna swap this and this. We're gonna...
People are rioting.
Excuse you? Poor K! Why? What the problem is?
I have to be resourceful.
Are you kidding me? You're content. What is your problem? I don't even have any police forces on the water. Oh, crap. Okay, well... This is gonna really, really suck. Okay, free harbor area needed. Hold on. I'm gonna get rid of this boat. I'm gonna have to delete that one if this is gonna work. So dumb. Absolute insanity. I didn't think that we'll actually have a rebellion here. Yeah, everyone is happy. What the hell? The editor didn't do anything stupid. I didn't do anything stupid, and that's saying something. So that means they might be stupid themselves. I didn't say it. I didn't say it. Okay, well, that's happening. I'm going to continue on with freaking building these modules, because I would much rather build these modules than to deal with those guys. Okay, put that down over here. Put that down over here. Okay. And I think right over here, we're going to do the bend. Okay, and same goes over here. So do note that if you want one of these palaces on islands that you guys are coming up with like suggestions for and whatnot, We can totally do that because this is completely ornamental. It will not give you buffs and whatnot, but later on when we do indeed have the palace, the actual palace built up on a region that I have absolutely no idea where yet, we can definitely build you local administrations. And that should be pretty cool. All right, I'm going to turn it this direction. Where's the corner? Right there, and then the next one has to be right over here. Look at this one, pre-positioned. All right. And I'd like to get maybe something like this going. This is facing the wrong direction. All right, cool. This is just a little Rantian influence, I guess. So we're going to have to put down our banners here, which just makes sense, really. Why wouldn't we at this point? Banner. Banner. And then we're going to put down Albahan's banner as well. Okay, perfect. And I would like to just fill out the front like this, just to start off. And then this will be on its own thing later on, because we are going to still build more homes and such over here. We're going to have to get another power station probably positioned somewhere around here, which means we'll have to expand upon this whole factory chain right here, which is fine. We are bringing in enough resources to make that happen, but it's just more so like I have to do it. I have to do it. Actually, you know what? One of those factories is good enough for 2 of those power plants. How much do we have in here? 93. But I don't want it to stop. I would rather build a second one of those so we can stockpile it as opposed to potentially running out. So I'm going to continue building this road further down. And I think right now I would like to... How many do we have? 65 workers? Yeah, I think we're going to need a couple more for the mines. Yeah, because I do need to have these mines worked on. And even if we have a little bit of a worker and farmer population over here, it's not the end of the world. I keep forgetting that I wasn't really planning on putting commuter piers, a lot of commuter piers in this particular region. Yeah, I think that's pretty substantial. Okay, I'm going back over here. I'm going to build a couple more of these mansions. Oh, not these ones. I want to go over here. These land ones are pretty cool. Is this possible? Yes, indeed it is. So I'm going to put this here, and then this one right here. So that's a nice little block. And I'll have this one go a little bit further down. All right, and then even have this connected in like so. Not bad. I can dig it. And that'll be the end of the double road right over here, because then this is going to be a huge compound for the palace area. I'm not sure about the whole canal business going into this area, so that is the only problem I'll probably be facing in this area, mostly because of the cliffside, but I've had to run into that before with the expert campaign. I'm no stranger to it. Let's see what I can do with this stretch. Ah. Hey, that works. It went all the way down and I ran out of timber just in time. Okay. I'm gonna fix up this spot now. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm just curious. I'm going 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 19, 20, 21. I'm gonna put one there. You know what would be cool? Hold on, I'll show you. Tell you exactly what's gonna be so cool over here. You put a bridge, you know, a little pedestrian bridge going right across. I'm gonna have one there, and we can even have one over here somewhere. Adds another little bit of realism to get over into these little spots. I guess we can even probably put one over here. I didn't position this properly, unfortunately, but I can get rid of this tree and not bat an eye about it, and get rid of that one. Build a little bridge right across. This one be a little bit different. I think I could probably manage it if I were to get rid of 2 spots Okay. Well, that's not bad. Get rid of this one, get rid of that one. No, not that one. God dang it. Didn't mean to destroy that. I can put that right there. That's nice. I do like building bridges. Building bridges is fun. Build bridges, never destroy them. That's a good life lesson, too. I don't know why I'm so insightful today. This is just randomness, I guess. Put that right over here, and that'll link that up. We did do a fair amount of stuff today, but it wasn't, like, crazy substantial. This whole area is now done. My plan was to get up into here, but I'm now reconsidering how I want to put these canals, so I'll probably have to really just sit down and figure that out by the time we're back in the next episode, which it probably won't be a lot of thinking to do, really. I kind of have an idea on what I want to put where. The issue is that some spots it would look awkward. Like, for example, this little hump with the train tracks in this long stretch, right? It does look a little bit awkward to have this, unfortunately. Like, there's no way I'm, like, smoothing it. Is this rebellion still going on? Can you, like, deal with them, please? Please tell me you can get here. There are 3 homes that are still in open revolt. I don't understand what their problem is. Like, you want Old Town stuff? I get you Old Town stuff. Just say you want it. That ship just went underwater. That's yeah. Not looking at it, it's gonna break my immersion. Build these ones and call it a day. All right, my friends, we had a lot of work today, just mostly beautifying and getting our worker population up just a little bit, at least laying the foundation for the Rantian palace that's going to be here. And every single day, we are getting closer and closer to legitimately kicking out every single one of the former nobility of this island and formally annexing it for the Imperium. Okay? So if that happens, I'm going to need somebody to spearhead operations here in Albahan, okay? I do want it known that that person cannot be someone who already has a posting somewhere else in the Imperium. And that even goes so far as to into the expert campaign. So if you feel that you are very, very good at managing things... Oh, I didn't even put beautification stuff in between those blocks of homes. Jesus Christ. Then let me know, because I would definitely like to hear your proposal on how you would make sure this island continues to remain profitable and even better than what it was under the Serene Republic's rule. But until that time, thank you so much, everybody. I really appreciate you guys being here every single day. Hopefully in the next episode, we'll be able to get a lot more stuff done. I'll probably do a whole bunch of blueprinting, so when we come back, we'll just get to building, because we really didn't do too much today. It was a lot of beautification work, and we took it nice and easy, right? It's a beautiful island. It's a beautiful build. I don't really want to rush it. We have a lot of mods to play through, and you know what? I'm just having a blast every single day that I'm capable of making these videos and being able to interact with you all. So until that time, my friends, thank you so much. Please consider like, commenting, subscribing, hitting that bell button, sharing it with your friends. Very close to 3K Rantians. That's awesome. And I'll catch you in the next episode, my friends.